Hello everyone. Last time we have learned about job order costing, and today we're going to look at chapter 21. It is about process costing system. We have learned last time that for process costing system, we only use when we produce a large number of similar products, and normally the production is in mass production or in a continuous production. For example, you produce a large number of cereal, paint, manufacturing, steel, oil refining, or soft drinks. So normally for process costing system, the products will go through different process until the end. So for example, here you can see the process of producing soft drinks. So we have the first process, which is blending, and then the second one, filling, and then labeling. Now let's look at the different products for two process cost system and job order cost system. For process cost system, remember we produce a large number of similar products like soft drinks, oil, computer chips, chemicals. And for job order costing system, remember we produce only some unique products like advertising campaigns, a movie, ice drinks, patient healthcare. Okay, so each product normally have different characteristic, and it is according to the order of the customers. Okay, now what about service? For service companies, do they use job order costing or process costing? So the answer is it depends. Some service company they use job order costing when they provide individualized or non-routine service. It means they provide some special service and it's different from one person to another person, like a healthcare service. Every patient will be treated differently. Okay, but if a service company that perform routine repetitive services, then they can use process costing system. If they produce the routine is happen again and again the same service, then they can use process costing system. Okay, now let's look at the similarities and the differences between job order costing and process costing. So for job order costing, do you remember the cost will be assigned to each job? So we have to prepare the job cost sheet where we find out how much does it cost to produce the job. And normally products will have unique characteristic. They are different from each other. For example, if you're producing movie, animated movie will be different from thriller movie. Okay, and for process costing system, then the cost will be assigned to each process or each department. So we want to know how much does it cost for that process, how much does it cost for that department. And normally the products are uniform. This means they are similar and we produce in a large quantity. Okay, now let's look at the cost flow between the job order costing and process costing system. So for the cost flow, you observe that first we will incur the direct material, direct labor, manufacturing overhead. This one we call it manufacturing costs, right? And so when we use these costs in the production process, so we will have work in process inventory for job number 101, 102, and 103. And then after we finish producing the product, the cost will go to finished good inventory. And when we sell the products, it will go to cost of goods sold. It will become cost of goods sold. Okay. Now for process cost flow, the same thing. We also need to have the manufacturing cost, the direct materials, direct labor, manufacturing overhead, and when we use the cost in production process, then we have work in process in department A. Okay. Now, after we finish producing in department A, then the products will be transferred to department B. So we're going to have work in process in department B, and then finished good inventory. And after we finish, we sell it. It become cost of goods sold. So what is the difference between job order costing and process costing? The difference is that in work in process of job order costing, you can see that we have only one work in process account and we have many different jobs. Okay, but for process costing, we have many work in process for different departments. Okay, so again, the difference is for job order costing, only one work in process, and it will be for many jobs. But for process costing, it will be many work in process account will be for different departments or different processes. Okay, now, so the similarity and the differences between job order costing and process costing. The similarity is the manufacturing cost elements. We still have three type of costs: direct material, direct labor, manufacturing overhead. So these costs are the same in both systems. And the accumulation of the cost of material, labor, and overhead, there will be the same. The flow of cost, there will be unchanged. But for the differences is the number of work in process accounts used. So we have one work in process account for job order costing, and for process costing, we have many work in process accounts. Now, also the documents to track the costs. Okay, for job order costing, we use job cost sheets, but for process cost system, we use production cost reports. And in this chapter, we will learn, how to prepare a production cost report. And the difference also lie on the point at which costs are total. So for job order costing, we total the cost of the job when we finish the job, okay, when we complete the job. And we find the total cost of the for each of the job. But for process cost system, we will total the manufacturing cost at the end of each period, okay, for each period. How to find the unit cost for job order costing system? We will take the total cost of the job, divide by how many units that we produce for that job. And that will give you how much does it cost per unit. And for the process cost system, we're going to do the same. We take total manufacturing cost, but we will divide by the equivalent units produced during the period. Okay, now let's continue. Let's look at this example. Nga Wheels manufactures rollerblade and skateboard wheels that it sells to manufacturers and retail outlets. Manufacturing consists of two processes, machining and assembly. The machining department shapes, hones, and drills the materials. The assembly department assemble packages and parts. So here will be the process cost flow. So first, we have manufacturing costs incur, raw material, factory labor, manufacturing overhead. And when we use this cost into the production process, it will go to work in process in machining department. And when we finish in machining department, it will go to the work in process in assembly department. So when we finish producing in assembly department, it will go to finished good inventory. And when we sell the products, it will go to cost of goods sold. So you can see here we will have more than one work in process account from one department to another department. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.